I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into this. So this is a story I've wanted to tell for quite a while. This happened a couple years back. So to set the scene, my beloved sister is getting an evaluation for something, don't remember what, and I will not be saying for the sake of privacy. And I got the option to stay home, but the person my mom wanted to get the evaluation from lived all the way up in Prescott, so they were basically going to be gone the whole day. So if things went smoothly, the plan would have been that my grandma, who's awesome, would stop by around lunchtime to drop off some lunch / check up on me, and then a few hours later my cousin would stop by to do a little checkup. So obviously I'm semi-excited about essentially being home for the whole day and enjoying the peace and quiet and stuff. So obviously things are going smoothly. Grandma brings lunch / does a little checkup. She brought canes, by the way, super good. So I was pretty excited. But then the incident happened. So I just finished up my lunch that my awesome grandma got for me, and I'm just finished cleaning everything up. So I'm thinking of what to do next, and all of a sudden I hear a helicopter. Now normally I wouldn't think too much of it, but the helicopter felt pretty close to the ground for some reason. And then a few seconds later I hear the police car, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I peek out the window, and there's this police car and they're shouting, "Don't leave your homes because there's a crazy on the loose." And I'm thinking, oh dear Lord, there's an axe murderer on the loose, possibly in my neighborhood. So obviously I'm freaking out. I immediately bring the dogs in because I let them out while I was eating my lunch. Thankfully they come inside little to no problems. I lock all the doors. Like, I was so freaked out that I put I propped up a chair against the door to the backyard because I was worried. So I'm contemplating whether or not to call somebody to tell them what's going on, or to wait, or to just hold out until my cousin stops by. But thankfully, my saving grace happened. While I was in the middle of my little panic escapade, my grandma called me asking if everything was all right. I tried to explain to her what was going on, but I was such a frazzled hot mess that I could barely speak straight. Thankfully, my grandma's senses went off, and she asked if she could come over for a little bit, and I said, yes, please. So a few minutes later, thankfully, she got to my house safe and sound, and I explained to the best of my ability what happened. I was still a little bit of a frazzled mess, and she agreed to stay the rest of the day. So, thankfully, the rest of the day went on without incident, although I was still a little paranoid about the possible axe murderer being on the loose. Fast forward to when the rest of my family gets home. I explained what happened, and my mom gave me a small spiel about calming down before talking, and that she said I was lucky my grandma understood what was going on, or rather she understood the fact that I was terrified. So yeah, that happened. A few weeks later I got the full story on what was actually going on from my aunt when she came over to visit one time. Apparently there was like some sort of a shooting, I think, in one of the nearby parks, don't remember which one, and they didn't know where the guy ran off to, and that's why they had that announcement go out, and why there was a helicopter and everything. So yeah, that basically happened. And moral of the story is to make sure to live relatively close by to your awesome family members, because you never know when you're gonna need them. And I'm forever grateful that my grandma's awesome. So yeah, do y'all have any axe murderer scare stories? If so, let me know. I'd love to hear about them. And with that, I shall take my leave. Bye!